Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest VI. Last time, we beat the game, but I didn't like the ending, so I'm going to change it. So I restored back. This is right after I faked my own death, but before I sold that lamp. Because you want to keep it for a little bit longer. Anyway, the sacred water and baby's tears are in here. All we need to do now is put the falling water in.
Alexander fills the hunter's lamp to the brim with the fountain water.
And now let's cast the Make Rain spell on it. We won't be making rain yet, but this thing will be enchanted to be able to make rain. Okay, so magic paint, make rain.
Alexander prepares to enchant the hunter's lamp with the Make Rain spell incantation.
Clouds of thunder, shafts of light, come and sup with me tonight. Waters three have I for tea, brew a tempest now for me.
Okay. There we go. I was like, I was
lamp
stuck.
in Alexander's hand gives a little perk. He hopes the spell works despite his makeshift teapot.
Alright, so according to the spellbook, a heat to boiling activates it. So where can we go where we can heat this thing to boiling that will help us with rain? Well, I think you know where. This is another thing where you have to actually, just like in the last game, there's a part where you have to actually die in order to figure out what to do, and I don't really like that, but oh well, I'll give him a pass on this one.
Alexander pulls...
So, once you go to, the land
Alexander
of the
feels a strain.
mists, the path will be locked off forever.
Did you see that? The man just appeared from nowhere.
Perhaps he was sent by the spirits. I see no boat.
He is an intruder, no matter how he got here. Grab him!
So yeah, once you make the spell, then they will be on the
Again.
beach.
Look, I'll leave. It's no problem.
I think not. Let's go.
Yeah, like I said, the path to the easy ending is now completely cut off. You'll see why.
Alexander is frozen at the spectacle before him. Robed figures are gathered around a bonfire. Some mystical ceremony is taking place. But as to its purpose, Alexander has no clue.
We found a trespasser on the beach, Archdruid.
Uh-oh. Archdruid. Now what has Alexander wandered into?
This must be the foreigner we were warned about. How appropriate that he should come during our rain festival. Place him in the sacrificial cage.
Wait! I must rescue the princess!
There's an ancient druid saying, a man who would save others must first save himself.
Alexander is pushed into the confining wicker cage.
This definitely
The
reminds me
cage
of
is
Dagger
swung out
Balmira.
over the bonfire. Alexander starts to feel a little warm.
Yeah, watch what
The
happens
bottom of the
this
cage
time.
is getting uncomfortably hot. This cage is really hot. Fire in the cage. Alexander pulls out Beauty's old slave clothes, desperate to beat out the flames. The flame is extinguished, but the clothes themselves burn to cinders. Alexander won't be able to keep the cage from igniting for long. The heat and movement must have jarred something. Something that Alexander's carrying is starting to jiggle around. Egad, something's really percolating. The water in Alexander's lamp is hot. It's just about boiling.
Oh, geez, look at his eyes.
Alexander feels a drop. It starts to rain.
man is a powerful nature wizard. By the sacred oak, let him down!
Later, after a short but furious thunderstorm.
I must apologize for our rude welcoming committee. We've been feeling inhospitable ever since the winged ones stole our sacred miniature oak tree.
What?
Besides, Wazir Al-Hazred sent a message that we were to watch out for a highly dangerous foreign assassin. I assume you are the one he meant.
I'm sure I'm precisely who he meant. I assure you, I mean to harm no one, unless that person threatens the princess. I'm sorry to have disrupted your ceremony, but I'm running out of time.
What is it that you seek?
The Oracle on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain told me I should speak to you about the realm of the dead. She told me of 2 souls in unrest there that I might be able to free.
Free souls in the realm of the dead? You're mad!
The souls might be able to help me on my mission to save the princess. It's imperative that I do everything I can. The risks are not important.
No, and yet getting yourself killed will hardly help the princess. But I will tell you what I know. Legend has it that it is the right of any human to challenge the Lord of the Dead in order to save his own life or the life of another already past. But the knowledge of how to do this was lost centuries ago. I have only heard of one who tried it, a young knight who came to the land of the Green Isles from a distant land long ago. According to the story, he was determined to challenge the Lord of the Dead for the soul of his dead lover. It is said that he tamed the Lord of the Dead's horse, a black-winged, demon-hearted beast named Nightmare. Nightmare sometimes flies to the human world to feed on certain noxious plants. Those unfortunate enough to see her are glad to escape with their very souls intact. Somehow the knight captured Nightmare and rode off on her back, supposedly to the realm of the dead. But neither the knight nor his lover ever returned. If there was a means for challenge, it was lost with the night.
I see. Can you tell me anything about the Lord of the Dead?
That is a blacker matter still. To the druids, he is Samhain, lord of coldness and despair. Samhain was once a man like you or I, but he insulted the gods and was sentenced to rule the underworld. Immortal he is and mateless, robbed of sleep, robbed of movement, robbed of companionship. It is said that he hates all mortals even more for the mortality that he lost. That is all I know.
Interesting. I shall remember.
Now look how the oak embers of our bonfire still glow hot despite the rain. If you're bent on your course, you'll need courage that's just as impervious to the chill. May your luck last longer than your storm, brave one.
May it indeed. Thank you, Archdruid.
Alright, so we have instructions, sort of, on how to get to the land of the dead. He was talking about a black-winged horse who is tamed. And he talked about how it comes every so often to feed on noxious plants. Now, where have we seen noxious plants? In the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. And how do we know this horse stops there? Because we took one of its feathers, which floated down the cliff. So we know that a horse is there, and I'll just say right now, if we go there now, horse will be there. And I remember that story he talked about the Lord of the Dead, because it's a pretty sad story. It'd bring a tear to anybody's eye. Alright, so we do have a spell here that... Actually, there's something I want to look at first.
Beast's mirror consists of a piece of glass set into a decorative frame. The glass is unusually clear, and the image particularly true. Alexander examines Beast's mirror. The glass has a startling clarity, and the frame is quite beautiful.
I think we were supposed to look at that more in depth beforehand to get the details that I needed to expose that Shimir Shimazo and the other ending. But oh well. We at least know that now, because it still will be important. Alright, so the spell we want... Let's see. Charming a creature of the night. Well, if that thing isn't a creature of the night, I don't know what is. So a skull full of hot embers, a bit of sulfur, and a strand of pure-hearted maiden's hair. We actually have all those now. Okay, so let's see.
This is the last page.
Oh, whoops. And I believe we want to hurry because the ember can go out. Not these embers, but once you scoop one up, it can go out.
Alexander scoops up some of the red-hot embers in the ancient human skull.
Alright, look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's add some hair.
Alexander puts the strand of hair into the skull.
And the sulphurous egg.
Alexander cracks the spoiled egg and dumps it into the skull containing the embers and the strand of hair. The spoiled egg hisses as it makes contact with the hot embers. Zounds, the steam. Phew, the smell of sulfur.
Ooh, that must smell delightful. Alright, let's now cast the spell.
The incantation would do little good without a creature of the night to charm.
Oh, okay, so this time we actually have to be near the creature of the night before we can cast the spell. We don't use the skull on it to charm it. So, let us go
Alexander
to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. They told us never to come back, but we're just going to ignore that.
Alexander feels a...
Yeah, we start at the bottom of the Cliffs of Logic, but luckily... Well, we still have to climb up these. That's annoying. But they're not so cruel, because they bring you right to the top, and hello there.
Alexander arrives at the top of the cliffs, somewhat winded after his long but uneventful climb.
By the way, if you missed anything in the labyrinth, it's open now and you can go back in any time. Okay, so now let's cast the spell. Actually, you know what? Let's just try to tame the horse on our own.
Calm down, girl.
Nightmare ignores Alexander.
Come on.
A mighty winged horse, the color of midnight, is feeding from the nightshade bush. The creature must be Nightmare, the one the druid spoke about. Alexander decides to take the straightforward approach and grab the black creature.
Just jump on.
Nightmare is not amused.
Well, it didn't kill us like I was expecting, but that's still not what we want. So instead, let's just cast the spell. Oh. So, cast.
Alexander solemnly speaks the incantation over the skull.
Creature of night, to me succumb. Fire and brimstone leave thee numb. Purity bind thee like a chain, to do whate'er I now ordain.
Nightmare flares her nostrils at the scent of the fire and brimstone.
That's it. Come on. I need passage to your homeland, fiery one.
Calm down, don't startle it.
Unable to resist the power of the enchanted smell, Nightmare approaches Alexander. Her eyes appear glassy and sightless. In her hypnotized state, She is unaware of the humans so close to her flank, or of anything at all except that marvelous smell.
Now ride!
Nightmare deposits Alexander on a strange, cold world. And some of the inhabitants don't look too friendly.
Well, actually... let me save again. Let's take a look around. Hello.
The ghoulish, animated bodies of the undead roam the haunted landscape.
How you doing?
Uh-oh. One of the wandering ghouls brushes up against Alexander. The touch of the putrid flesh dissolves the living matter like acid.
Oh, yikes.
Tickets up. Next.
Alexander's mother always told him to avoid bad ghouls.
Oh, come on. Okay, so we want to avoid that. However, there's something interesting here.
Restless spirits are bound to the surface of the underworld. Chained by earthly cares, they are unable to go below. These two spirits wander together. The spirit of a beautiful and noble-looking woman floats silently alongside that of a desperate-looking man.
And I'm willing to bet that there's someone we are familiar with. Oh, come on, what the heck?
Oh, one of the one...
Okay, that wasn't fair because it paused to let me talk to them, and then the guy came up. Okay, this is... Are they gonna follow me? No? Okay. There we go.
Who are you, grieving spirits?
I am Queen Ilaria of the land of the Green Isles, and this beloved spirit is my husband, King Caliphan. We were murdered in our beds by our trusted vizier. Like a viper, he snuck in during the night and stabbed us in our sleep. Now my husband's soul is broken, and he will not speak.
Then you are the ones I seek. Are you not the parents of Princess Cassima?
Our daughter! Have you news of the princess?
I know that she is alive and safely back in her kingdom after being rescued from Mordak. But I'm afraid I have not personally seen her. Alhazred is keeping her in her room in mourning for you.
I am glad to hear of her return, but she will not be safe alone with that devil. Oh, that we could be there to protect her.
Cassima, how I fail thee.
My poor husband will never rest while our murder goes unavenged and our daughter is in danger.
I came to take you back with me. Your people are still loyal to you. They need to know about the Vizier. Cassima needs you too.
But this is the realm of the dead. We cannot leave it. Nor, for that matter, can you. The only one who might be able to return us all to the land of the living is the Lord of the Dead. But he would never help us. He has no mercy.
I might be able to convince him. I must try.
Then take this. It is my ticket to the underworld. There you will find the Lord of the Dead. I cannot use the ticket as long as I'm chained here. And if we cannot be avenged, I will never be unchained.
Thank you. Perhaps it will save us all.
Be careful, young man. If you can ease my husband's torment and help our daughter, we will be most grateful.
I will do my best. Goodbye, Queen Ilaria.
Ticket to the underworld, huh? Sounds familiar. Well, the entrance to the underworld is right over there. But can we get to the Lord of the Dead and convince him... Oh, hello.
Where is my little boy? Ollie!
Ollie, But can we get to him and convince him to let the King and Queen come back to life? Well, you just got to find out next time on Let's Play King's Quest VI. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.